Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jennifer Diamond, if you haven't been here before, and I'm a certified plant-based nutrition coach. I'm also living a whole food, plant-exclusive lifestyle. And I know that because it has helped me improve the quality of my life, it can help you too. And I'm so glad you're here today. Today, I want to bring you along with me while I make something really special. It is a Pineapple Raspberry Drizzle Dressing. Oh yeah, tasty. So at the time of this filming, it is spring going into summer, and out here in Arizona, that means lots of heat and lots of fresh fruit and raw greens and big salads. And so I wanted to create a salad dressing that would reflect that, something that was fruity and delicious. And so I came up with a pineapple raspberry salad dressing. It's a dressing that can be used on anything. I like to use it on salads, but you can even use it on nice cream or over just fresh fruit, maybe big strawberries, or use your imagination, right? But so today what we're gonna do is we are gonna start out with the first ingredients. So I'm gonna use the NutriBullet for this, but you can use a high-powered blender or anything that will mix up and do a good job of that, because we are going to be today using frozen raspberries. You can use fresh raspberries, but I want something powerful enough to mix that up, as well as some walnuts, because we are going to be putting in some nuts. Now, you can always sub anything that I use for something else if you're allergic or you don't want to include it for whatever reason. This can be used just how it is or as a guide. So the first thing I want to do is talk about the pineapple juice. So I have 1 cup of pineapple juice, and I'm going to go ahead and put it right in there. Now, the reason I want to talk about pineapple juice is because all pineapple juice is not created equal. And you can certainly get fresh pineapple and you can juice it yourself, which I have done before, and really enjoyed that when I did some juice feasts. And but if you do buy store-bought pre-juiced pineapple juice, you just really want to make sure that you read the label. Now, this particular one is by Lakewood in our area. It's organic. It says pure pineapple, not from concentrate juice. And when I look at the ingredients in the back, I want you to see, here it is, ingredients. Organic pineapple juice, end of story. Now, yes, this is pricey and it's not something that I buy all the time, but I just want you to pay attention to what the label says and make sure you understand what it is that you're getting. So that's the end of that. And now I'm going to set this aside. I am going to bring out my scale, okay? And this is the scale that I use. I like it because it does ounces, it does grams, and it does pounds. And I can put a little container on top and I can zero it out, okay? And then I can weigh out my fruit. So this bag is a 12-ounce bag of organic raspberries that I got at Trader Joe's. The ingredients is just that, raspberries. And I want to make sure that I do half the bag, so 6 ounces. But I didn't use all, you know, when I used it, I didn't do the whole half because I had an open one. So that's why I decided I would weigh it. And let's see, we're almost at, now we're a little over 6 ounces. So I'm going to just, there we go. And I will try to turn it around so you can see. It's just a hair over. It says 6.02. I wonder if I take that out. You can play with it. Well, it's 6 ounces, 0.02, and I'm going to go with that. Doesn't have to be precise, but just to give me an idea. And so you can see I still have some for something else that I will do in the future. So anyways, you can use fresh raspberries. If you use fresh raspberries, go ahead and wash them and make sure you get a lot of the water out before before you make the dressing. But I'm going to use the frozen ones, and I just want to look here at the ingredients. It just says no added sugar. Where's the ingredients? Oh, let's see. Yep, here it is. Ingredients. Organic raspberries. End of story, right? So sometimes you think that's what you're getting, but you're not. They put different additives, they put sweeteners, and so I just want to make sure you know what you're getting. So anyhow, that's that. And I will link some of the products below in case you are looking for a scale or you're looking for anything that I talk about, the NutriBullet and so on, and you can check it out. Now I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and add the raspberries right in. Frozen, yes, you don't have to wait till they thaw. Just put them in there. So we've got the pineapple juice, and now we've got the raspberries. Now, I think that if you don't like raspberries, this would be great to sub with strawberries. And I like the color red, which is why I'm going red. But frankly, you could use any berry. And so that's that. Now, I'm going to use a little bit of rice vinegar. So we're going to use a teaspoon of rice vinegar. I already measured it. I'm just using this one because I had it. It's our local brand, rice vinegar, organic, and and that's what it says. Organic rice vinegar diluted with water. Okay, that works for me. And you just want a little bit of that acidity to help with the other fruits, although pineapple is acidic already. And then we're going to go ahead and add a few little other ingredients that you might not think about. And one of them is walnuts. And we're going to be adding 1.5 tablespoons of walnuts. And the other one is Mexican oregano. Now, Mexican oregano is very different than regular oregano. If you don't have it, use regular oregano. But go ahead and dump that in there. And the oregano is 1 teaspoon. So that's it. That's it. Now we're going to get this going here. Mix it up really well. And let me plug in the NutriBullet. And with the NutriBullet, you never want to go more than 1 minute at a time. So I would be happy to stop, shake it up a little bit, and then do it again. And I like to kind of do this because I don't want anything to be stuck at the top when I start it. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was not sealed well. So that's another reason to check things, right? Okay, so let me just make sure that it is sealed well. Okay. I'm going to get my ears. I want you to get your dancing shoes on, your dancing feet, your dancing body. Come on, stand up. Let's get this party started. Any opportunity to have an appliance dance party is what I am about. So we're going to have this thing blending up, and we are going to get our groove on, get our exercise on, get our happy endorphins on. Here we go. Woo! Wasn't it? Some of the other ones take more time. This was a quickie, and it looks like everything is nicely blended. I hope you had fun with me. I always enjoy a good dance party. So, woo, it gets my blood pumping, and I feel excited. So anyhow, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and then you'll be notified when I go live or post new videos. And leave a comment. Did you join me? I hope so. Are you feeling that energy? Let me know and give this a thumbs up. Oh, this is really tight. I might have to call the troops in. Da 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 da. Todd. He's just gonna put his arms out. Can you just start that? I sealed it so well. There you go. Thank you so much. We didn't know that was Todd. We just saw the arms, right? No. All right. Always good to have help. I feel strong. but sometimes I could use some help, and that's what happened just now, and that's great. So I also want to say, if you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, well, I would love for you to be a part of that. So go ahead and head over to thejennifferdiamond.com. And you'll see my webpage, and you'll be able to join in and subscribe for the newsletter. All right, so this, is leaky, and I want you to take a quick look at that. You see that? It looks great, and it is thick. And what I want to do, because we're using raspberries, I want to strain it. You don't have to strain it, but sometimes berries have a little like tiny little, what do you call them? Just like little crunchies. And I just don't want any crunchies. So let me grab my little strainer and we'll get busy. Should have done this before, but I didn't. I'm grabbing a bowl. I'm going to put the strainer right on top, and then I'm going to go ahead and pour this right in there, the whole thing. Get it all in there, every little last drop. And you know me, if you know me, you know me. I like to use every little last drop. So I will go ahead and scrape this up, the sides, this scraper, this little spatula. I love spatulas. This is one of my favorites, and I will link something in the description in case you want to check it out too. It's one that I got through Vitamix, and they have great appliances. In fact, if I wasn't going to use the NutriBullet, I would use my Vitamix to make this. But it was a small amount that I thought the NutriBullet would be a good one. All right, look at that. See how great that cleans it? Okay. Now, this, as you see, will take weeks to drain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to help it. And I like to use a chopstick. You could use the back of a spoon, or you could probably even use this thing, this spatula. But I'm just going to kind of do this and just help it go through the mesh. And so that if there are any little pieces, then I won't have that in my dressing or my drizzle. Now, I do like to sometimes use the smaller strainer and pour in a small amount at a time so that I can, in between, rinse the bottom of the strainer and make sure that the holes are still open. Whereas this one, I poured the whole thing in a bigger one, and so it's taking me a little longer, but it's all good. It's all good. We could do this. And if you want, you can always just pour in a smaller amount, even in the bigger one, and then you'll be able to rinse it out in between. And I am going to go ahead and try it with this spatula because it's got a thicker base, which also I think may, in this case, help with it to go a little faster. Look at that. There we go. Look at that. So you just want to find something that will help you strain it. And there's no right or wrong way. You can rinse it. You can do whatever. And now I'm going to show you why I wanted to do that. As we are almost done here, I should put it this way so you can really see. All right, I actually liked the idea of the spatula, or maybe the back of a spoon would be really good to use. The chopstick is good, but I felt like it went a little slower than I wanted to. And so look at the difference. Can you see the difference? Can you see that? This is nice and creamy and smooth, and it's going to be a great drizzle. Whereas this is just collected all those little pieces I was talking to you about. And so you can leave them in, but for me, I'd like to take them out, and I'll go ahead and discard this. And now I'm left with a beautiful dressing. And I recommend putting it in a jar. I actually have a little container here that I'm going to use. Let me get this. It's one of these little guys. You can use whatever you'd like. We can grab a funnel and funnel it in, and it should fill the whole thing. It should be about 8 ounces, I would say. We had 8 ounces of water, 1 cup, and so it might be slightly more than that, but go ahead and pour that right in there, which is what I'm gonna do. Wow, isn't that beautiful? And it fills this container almost all the way to the top. I'm gonna help get all my little goodies because I don't wanna waste. So I wanna just scrape out the last little bit here. And you know what? I'm okay to use even a different spatula that would work better for this part because I love my spatulas. And there we go. Look at this one. Isn't this a great spatula? It just gets everything right out of the bowl or dish or whatever you're using. There we go. Beautiful. And isn't the color pretty? It just reminds me of a summer day or a spring day, nice warm time. And of course, it doesn't have to be. You can have this anytime you want, but it just reminds me of that. And there we go. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. And then I just put the lid on. Whoops. There we go. And now it is ready to go, and I can store this in the refrigerator. Now, what I'm gonna do is try it with you. And I, whoops, just happened to have a salad ready to go. No way. Yes, way. I usually have salad on hand ready to go. And I'm gonna not eat this entire thing right now in this very moment, although this is a very easy medium to small serving for me, but for us to taste, I'm just gonna grab a little bit and just show you. You can just take this. And if you have it in a jar, that's fine. Maybe you can use a spoon and get a cute little spoon, a pretty spoon, to have it drizzle over. Or if you have something like this, then you can just go ahead and do that, da-da-da-da. And there you go. You have your pineapple raspberry drizzle dressing. So I know, it's time. It's time! Let's try this! Let me grab a fork. I just want you to see how pretty? And even putting fresh raspberries in here, oh my gosh, or pieces of pineapple, that would be great. Or if you just were having a bowl of fruit, right? Like strawberries or raspberries and pineapple, you can drizzle this on top and it is amazing. Here we go. It's the perfect amount of sweetness. Oh my gosh, I just love it. Yum, yum, yum. It really brings a summery, springy feel to my mouth, and the crunch from the salad ties in really well together. Yummy. Well, this sample's not gonna last very long. And I almost feel like maybe I will have the rest of that. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget, truly, 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 don't forget to eat your greens. And give plants a chance. What have you got to lose? Only things to gain. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.